Framework GPT is a custom GPT that will help you write viral content based on the viral frameworks that I've provided. So I've trained this GPT on all of the viral writing frameworks inside of viral writing frameworks for X, as well as about 100 other ones. And it's really, really easy to use. So all you have to do is you can tell it to write a tweet or a thread. You can let the framework GPT pick a random framework for you, or you can craft a tweet based on your ideal audience, and you can learn more about writing frameworks. If you just bought Framework GPT and you don't have the frameworks themselves, the writing frameworks themselves, and you'd like them, you can buy them from here. If you already have Content Engineer Plus or Pro, or if you have Framework OS of any version, then you automatically get all of those writing frameworks. Let's say we want to write a thread so we can see how this works, or let's say a tweet. Actually, it'll be simpler. So we'll start by clicking on that. It's going to ask us if we want to write a tweet or a thread. So we're just going to say we want to write a tweet. Okay, now it wants to know who our audience is. So we'll say that our audience is, let's say, fitness enthusiasts. You could pick anything. I picked homeschool moms recently. It doesn't matter what you pick. It'll come up with something. What kind of voice do you want? So it's going to ask you what voice you want to write in. Do you want to write in motivational, educational, and so on. So you can pick any style of voice that you want to be writing in. We'll just say motivational because that tends to work well with the fitness niche, right? Okay, so again, if you want to find any more of the products that I have, including all of the frameworks, you can go to that link. It'll occasionally give you this link in here. Otherwise, it's going to ask you if we want to use a specific tweet framework or if this should suggest a framework for us. Now, if you already have the frameworks, right? So let me go back here. If you have access to Framework OS, or if you've independently bought this, you can just grab a framework from inside of here if you'd like. You can pick this, you would just copy this thing in here, and then you go back to Framework GPT and you tell it that you want to use this framework. If you don't have a framework, then you can just have Framework GPT select one for you. It's already trained on all those frameworks anyway, plus more, so let's just ask it to come up with one. So it's going to come up with a framework that is going to work well with the type of content that we're trying to create. And see how this is a framework. So it doesn't have anything filled in, but it's going to give us some examples of what that might look like. It always is going to give you 3 different frameworks. Let's use this third one. Okay, so now if we like this, all we have to do is copy it, and we can take it back into our other workflow, or we can go just paste it directly into Twitter if we want, or we can ask it to rework this, or whatever you want. So if you have access to Framework OS Plus, or Framework OS actually of any version, or Content Engineer, then you can schedule that response by just creating a new draft inside of the drafts database. So you could hit quick draft like this. You would paste the text that ChatGPT gave you. So that would be the tweet that we'd want to do. And then we could say that's a tweet. And then if we want to schedule it, so we can say this is like 90%. That's just for reference. All right, if we could schedule it like this, and then we can set it for a date. Let's set it for the 18th this time. So now if we go back to the calendar, we'll see it. There it is. And so then if we want to send it to X at some point in the future, all we have to do is copy this, and then we just click Post to X, and of course we just paste it in. And we'll probably have to format it because X doesn't like copy paste, but that's the deal.